For some people, the idea of evaluation is a real source of anxiety. For someone with a growth mindset, however, it's an important opportunity to receive valuable feedback. In either case, it's a moment of truth, a moment when you see whether or not you've met your goals. Without evaluation, you risk falling victim to the illusion of competence. This is when you feel like you're fully capable of doing something when in fact you aren't quite as capable as you think, because you haven't yet been fully confronted with a real-life situation in which you need to use your skills properly. That's why it's essential not to wait until a final exam before you evaluate yourself. You should be evaluating yourself constantly and under the most realistic conditions as possible. Routine self-evaluations will allow you to keep an eye on your real level of competence. Ideally, every training session should be the subject of an evaluation. You should therefore set evaluation criteria right from the beginning of your learning. Even if you don't use a precise marking scale, you can always invent your own criteria. For example, for each training session in your learning plan, you can make a checklist of the tasks you want to be able to do at the end of the session, or within a certain period of time. Or you could define the questions you'd like to be able to answer at the end of each session. You'll know when you've met your criteria, when you're ready to tick the boxes and answer the questions you've set yourself. After each evaluation, it's useful to reflect and to write down your reflections in your journal in order to deepen your learning. Tasks and questions can be set for a training session or a training process that includes several sessions, of course. And to be more objective about completing a training process after self-assessment, it can be helpful to ask someone else to evaluate you. A useful tool for documenting your self-evaluation is a learning journal. This can be a physical notebook or a digital document. There isn't one best way to keep a learning journal, so I'd recommend simply diving in and adjusting your approach as you discover what works best for you. Remember, the results of your evaluations are nothing more than indicators of how effective your learning tactics have been. They don't indicate your value as a person or your potential even. So it's important not to take the results of your evaluations too personally, but rather ask yourself the question, what could I have done differently to get a better result? And how can I change my learning strategy or learning plan going forwards? And when you get excellent results in an evaluation, don't hesitate to savor the moment and remember to share what you've gained with others. For the best learning, it's important that you know how to celebrate your successes. When you reach your target competency level for any of your micro goals, why not design a celebration that involves other people? To finish this course, and in fact, in order to evaluate yourself, I'd encourage you to complete the peer-assessed activity that follows this chapter. I hope you enjoy it and that you see how evaluations can help in maximizing and accelerating your learning. Before you go, I just want to say how enjoyable it's been to guide you through this course. I've certainly learned a huge amount through the process of preparing the course and in filming it. And I'd love to continue my learning with feedback from you. Please do let me know how you found it. Anyway, congratulations on reaching the end of the course, and best of luck to you as you apply what you've learned to your new life as a super self-directed learner.